Okay, thank you very much. So I am in Hanoi Yoga Center. It's a very nice center, beautiful, and I'm sitting in the meditation room. It's very nice. There's a light, there's a window, there's a large, nice room, nice floor, nice altar, and I'm very happy to be here. So I see the ashram. I was just there a few days ago with a big TTC group. I see some TTC is on the screen right now. It's very good. Okay, and so the topic of today is a topic, a very serious topic of karma and reincarnation. So the topic of karma, you understand that everything in this life is karma. So we say that there is, according to Vedic astrology, we say that there is 12 areas of karma. So just for you to understand, because we understand karma in a very shallow manner, yeah, we think it just something happened and we say it's karma. But karma is very intricate. It's everything, in fact, about our life. Yeah. So it's our body, and the overall meaning of our life, the overall health, the overall prana that you have. That's the first area of karma. The second area of karma is your relatives, yeah, your family of origin, either they are supporting you or not, and then your material resource that are supposed to support you in your life, in this life. And then it expands from there. From the body, it expands out. Then you have your brother and sister, and you have your will, your strong will. You know, if you have a strong will, then you will do things on your own. Yeah, and then you have your area of peace. Yeah, peace of mind, peace of heart, love, mother, home, all those things that give you comfort and peace. Okay, so that's the area of karma as well. And then you have your children, and then you have your education, your intelligence. It's there. Your creativity, your spiritual education is also an area of karma. So that means that the different areas of karma work together. They're not separated, and we have to be able to see them together, to understand our karma. And then you have your weaknesses that manifest as your enemies, as your disease, as your debts. And then you have your partner in life as well as partner in work. Anybody that is in front of you, that you tune into, is called the partner. That means, somebody that you see very often time and influence you. And then all the influences that you receive in the astral world. Astral world means your thought world. You also have the karma with. Some people have the psychic ability that they can listen to, their inner voice, and they are very sensitive to other people's thoughts. So these are all karma. And some people, they might also tune in to something in the astral world, but not necessarily very positive. So they can be, very psychically depressed. That's also karma. And then you have the karma with the father, with your dharma, with your religion, with your priest, with your teacher, with your spiritual teacher, so people that are guiding you and helping you in terms of uh, uplifting you and guiding you. So that's also karma. Some people have very good blessing. So they are surrounded with people that are supporting them and lift them up and teaching them. But some people have the karma of not having guidance or having wrong guidance. So that's also the area of karma. Yeah, they need guidance, but they all have wrong guidance. So that's also karma. And you can imagine, if you have many lifetimes of listening, then you would manifest in this lifetime a teacher that you can listen to. Yeah? But if you have many lifetimes of not listening, yeah, of doing your things on your own and contradicting the teacher, then you can imagine in this lifetime you manifested wrong guidance. Yeah? So, and then the area of contribution to society. Some people that have the good karma to be able to match, their karma and their dharma together, they be able to contribute to society, to others, using their own skill and the circumstances of their life are supporting them. So these people are considered to be the lucky people that are very fortunate to have their life fulfilled, because they are able to work out their karma. That means learning at the same time that they are um, contributing to others. Some people, they can contribute, to others, but they are not recognized. And some people, they have the desire within to contribute, yeah, but they just cannot find the proper circumstances to contribute, or um, on and off, or difficulty to find a way. Like some people have, for example, uh, the yoga skill. They want to teach yoga, but somehow they could not find students. Some people complain like this to me. I cannot find students. I open yoga studio, nobody comes. You see? So it's like this. So then the karma of not be able to recognize and not be able to be recognized and not be able to contribute. So that is the karma. So when we say karma, it comes from past. It comes from past life that manifested in the present. As you know, there is three ways of understanding karma. The karma from past that manifested some portion of it in the present, and the whatever you do in the present that will continue in the future. So all these are part of the chain of karma. Okay? So and then you have we carry on the first the career, the contribution to society, and then you have the karma of the the community, a very important community Community means the friends, the community, the people that you live with. Yeah. So you have the good karma or community. You have good people surrounding you. You are very successful in whatever you do. You have many people that support you. You support other people support you. So these are good karma. And then some people, they they are not supporting other people, and they are not being supported. They don't have friends, yeah, and their friends, maybe are not loyal to them because they were not loyal to their friends, maybe from before, yeah. So whatever that you do from past will come up now as the current karma. Okay? And whatever you do now in the current life will come up in the future as circumstances that will be teaching you of your wrong action. And you will have to experience pain that come from your wrong action of the past in order for you to understand not to do wrong action in the future. So that's called the law of karma. It's revolving, repeating itself, because not necessary that you are understanding your lesson right away. Sometimes you do wrong action repeatedly, many times, in many lifetimes. Before one lifetime that you say, maybe I should be more careful. Yeah. And then sometimes the pain that you receive from your life is very, very deep. Yeah. That you find difficult to live with. Yeah. It's because the wrong action that you have done in the past keep repeating itself. So then that's so nice, the idea that you have to understand the law of karma, then you understand exactly how to live this life. Yeah, because the consequence of action is the same nature and same force as the action. Yeah? So you want to figure out exactly what's the action in the past, then you can look at the present and you figure it out. Okay? So you have done some wrong action in the past, and the same thing that come back to you now, in order for you to learn not to do it again. Yeah? Let's say you inflict pain to somebody, you abuse them, you maybe in the screen here, you are all good people, you don't even imagine that there are good, bad action that happen. Yeah? But you look around and you look at news, or you look at internet, or you look at the newspaper, nowadays there is no newspaper, and then you see the wrong action that somebody can do to somebody. Yeah? The parents that torture the children, kidnap the children, some stories like incredible, yeah. So where that come from? Okay, it can be already something like this if the intensity is very high. The intensity of the pain is very high, and the intensity of the wrongdoing is very high. Yeah, then that means that it has been already repeated. The karma is very, very binding. Yeah, and binding means it creates suffering to the persecutor as well as the person is being persecuted. Yeah, that action has been repeated many times. Yeah, and this wrongdoing is very deep in the mind. So it's not easy to get out. It's not easy to get out. Okay, so you have to go through the pain. If you inflict pain, you have to go through the pain. And then you feel revenge because you went through pain. And then you not only you feel revenge, but it's imprinted in your mind. Yeah, this violence, and then you go through and you repeat it again, and you inflict it to the people the same kind of violence that you have received, and it go round and round and round. Understand? So please pay much attention to what I am talking today, because it's a root of a lot of our suffering. Yeah, and it's a central teaching in Buddhism. It's a central teaching in Hinduism. It's a central teaching in yoga, and it's something that we don't want to talk about too much because it's too much for our mind to comprehend. But actually, it is so important for us to face it, to face our life under the point of view of karma. So then at that time, you become very careful not to create new karma, because you know you don't care. You create new karma. I mean, you inflict pain and suffering to other people. You misbehave, yeah, and you think you can get away with it. Follow your own will. You can get away with it, but you cannot, yeah, because it come back to you another time that you might not see, and you might not care about. You say, okay, I do whatever I do. And then later on, if I suffer from it, I see later on. But this is stupidity, because you know the law, you cannot escape, and you cannot do wrong action, because you have consequence of the action sooner or later. So might as well, stop doing the wrong action, or slow down, or be much careful. Action here, in terms of karma, is action in mind, in speech, and in behavior. Not just in behavior, okay? But the behavior is the grossest, and then the speech is gross, and then the thought is subtle. I mean, you think, okay? You think of killing somebody, you think of hating somebody, you think to curse somebody. It's already a very big action right there. And then you say it. I curse you that you be handicapped. I curse you that you will not be successful. I curse you that you be, you have pain. Like you gave me pain, I curse you that you have pain. You see? So these are very strong action. And then the behavior per se. So we have organs of action. The organs of action are creating karma. Okay? This body, you are born with organs of action. Okay? I mean, this body, you are born with ways how you can repeat the karma. Okay? So that's the thing. It's not ending of this life. Okay? Your action will keep repeating the karma. So the 5 organs of action, the organs of elimination, the organs of reproduction, so much sexual misbehavior that happen. So these are big action, okay? And then the feet go here and there to perform action, running here, running there to perform action, and then the hands taking this, taking that, doing this, doing that to perform action, and then the mouth, the speaking to perform action. So So you are born to perform action, and but still the organs of action are under the control of the mind, and the mind is under the control of the intellect, and the intellect is under the control of your soul. Okay, so you are not uh, powerless to solve your karmic problem or your karmic pattern. You are not powerless. Okay? There is many resources or many ways how you can live your life, fulfilling the karma and not creating new karma, and be free at the end. So this is what I wish you, the best. The best wish that you can give to somebody is to wish the person not to create new karma and to be free from the cycle of suffering, the cycle of karma. Okay? And to teach them responsibility, because the only way how you can be free from the cycle of karma is to teach them how karma works. Yeah? That means that you need to take responsibility of your action. You cannot blame. You cannot be selfish and blame other people for your suffering. Your suffering is you self-created suffering because you have done it before. You have wrong thinking, wrong action from before. So now the suffering comes to you, and you do not accept the suffering, and you think that somebody did it to you, and you create a new cycle of suffering by your action. So you have to take responsibility. So as a teacher of yoga and meditation and karma, so this is the most important thing that I say all the time, is learn how to bear and to endure the difficulty of the karma, and best is to accept. If you can accept the karma and the responsibility of karma, then you have the possibility to, purify that karma right away in this lifetime, and it will not have residue in the next lifetime. Because if not, it can carry on. You think it's finished. Some people escape the karma, thinking that they can finish the karma. No, they will not escape. No escape. With karma, is no escape possible. So then you have to face yourself. The idea is, in resolving karma, is you have to accept the karma, whatever that it is that create pain to you, knowing that it is something that you did not understand, that come from your ignorance, come from your desire, and it comes from your wrong thinking from past. Pray for forgiveness, pray for learning, pray for enlightenment, pray for wisdom, so you don't repeat the same karma again, and you'll be able to carry on, accept the difficulties that come in this life, because of previous karma. Then eventually, how do you know? I answer right away the question that everybody asks. How do you know when the karma is finished? How do you know when the karma is finished? How do you know when the pain is finished? Is it not? That's what you ask all the time. How do you know when I'll be relieved from the pain? What do you answer? What do you answer? When you will be relieved from the pain? When the karma will be finished? I answer right away here. When you have no more pain. How do you know the karma is finishing? It's when the pain is less. When you have no more pain, when that problem is no longer there, then the karma is finished. But sometimes it takes a long time, yes, and then you cannot make it, yeah, because you fall back into the blaming, you fall back into the wrong action that you have done in the past that create the karma at the first place. You fall back into the egoism, you fall back into that short-term thinking, into the ignorance thinking, and that you don't care. You fall back into the desire that is there, lurking under the mind. So then, it just keeps stretching. And then the good idea is there is reincarnation. Okay, so let me finish the 12 area of karma first. So we said the community, you need to behave good to community, contributing, then the community will contribute to you, and also your life community means your society, your life circumstances will be, positive for you. But if not, you'll be born in a contradicting society, that is not helping to your growth. Yeah. Why? And then you blame the karma. For example, this is very obvious. You are a woman, for example, and you be born in a society that do not favor woman. Yes, the woman cannot go to school, woman cannot go to work, woman has to keep their mouth shut and serve about anybody, yeah, and woman has to do hard labor and so on. So this is the karma of a person that has the society contradicting their growth, yeah, and not helping them. Okay, so that is possible because you have somehow, uh, did not contribute to society before, yeah, thinking of your own only, being very selfish, and then the society would not answer, would not support you, basically. So you be all the time in the wrong circumstances. Okay? So nobody is to be blamed. It's you that need to change your behavior. Okay? So that's the number 12 is your karma of loss. This is very interesting. That means you would be losing. Whatever you attach to, you'll be losing. So this is a karma of learning, not to be attached. Sometimes you lose your loved one. Let's say you lose your father, mother because they are old. That is, everyone has that karma to think about old age and think about, how life is ephemeral. Everyone has to die. Everyone has that karma. But there's some people, they are young and they lose close people. They lose father, mother when they were young. They lose brother, sister, whatever. They have the karma of loss. So this is a very difficult kind of karma because no one wants to lose anything. And you can lose also your life. Some people lose their mind. and go to mental hospital. They are talking nonsense because they lose their mind. They suffer from dementia, losing their mind. Okay? And you have loss of property, loss of loss. You experience loss all the time, and you suffer all the time. So it's due to your excessive attachment from past life to something. So if you excessively attach, for example, you excessively attach to your son and daughter from past life, yeah, you don't let them live their life, you don't let them do anything, and you completely attach to them, and you can imagine it's something wrong there. So you imagine that in this life you lose them. Yes or no? You lose them, maybe they die, or you lose them, they don't talk to you. Okay? Even in this one lifetime, you can see the karma come back very quickly. So this woman I met, she saved money all her life. She worked so hard. She saved money all her life so that she can donate to her son. Okay, but the problem is she has that attachment to the son so strong, that she completely controls the son. The son grown up, get married, have a job, and become a pharmacist. But she wanted the son to become a doctor. The son become a pharmacist, and she's not happy. Every time she see the son, she say, "Why don't you become a doctor? Why don't you become a doctor?" So she's, very difficult with the son. And then what happened is the son ceased to talk to her. The son disappear out of her life and don't want to talk to her. So she's experienced a lot of pain because the son ceased to talk to her. So her action of controlling the son come back to her very quickly in the same lifetime. Don't have to be next lifetime, but immediately. And then what happened to all the money that she has accumulated for the son? Yes. So why do I know the story? It's a very pitiful story because I was giving lecture in Ho Chi Minh City Center actually, and this lady I don't know come and talk to me. She say, "Swami, I have all this money that I accumulated to give to my son. Because my son doesn't talk to me. So what do I do with the money?" What do you think? I say, "Give to charity." But you can see the drama of losing. Okay? So let's say she doesn't want to give in charity. She doesn't have anybody to give to. And she died. She died with the money. She lose anyway the money. Yeah. And her money will be disposed. I don't know how. But so this is the karma of losing. Okay? So this is the 12 real karma is all there. Okay? But then for some things will be stronger. Certain real karma will be stronger. For some, will be less. It's like this. Okay? So karma is action and consequence of action. Whatever you think or do will have its own consequence. So that's why you need to learn. In yoga, there is guidelines very clear. of yamas, niyamas, I mean guidelines of conduct that you need to observe, so that you can prevent this wrong in thought, word, and deed, that can create problem to you sooner or later. So that is why the guidelines of conduct are there in all spiritual group. You have in you have the 10 Commandments. You have all guidelines all the time. The teachers will give you the guidelines so that you don't misbehave. And that's why you go on, you consult the teacher. Okay? Because your mind, when you are eaten up by the karma, by the desire, then you have to go to the teacher who has an objective vision and who understand the yama and niyama, and who understand the consequence of karma, and you consult. You consult, and then you have to listen to the consultation to the teacher, so that you don't do wrong action. If you keep doing wrong action, not listening to teacher and guidance, following only your will and your strong ego will and don't care of consequence, then you can imagine, then you will do wrong action because you are not able to see your own karma and you don't care anyway at that time. Then you can imagine that it will continue. You cannot escape the pain that comes from your own karma. You understand this? This is very difficult to accept. That's why this kind of talk is very difficult to hear. Because we always dream that we can do whatever action we like and the consequence of it will not touch us. So this is a completely immature idea. Whatever that you do will have consequence. So, and you have all these organs of action and this life and all this prana. So what do you do? So that's why the teachers say you have to do right action. You have to do right action by doing selfless service. The teaching gave you a big teaching on karma yoga, how to do selfless service. I mean, you have to put your desire down, your own selfish desire, your own ego down, your karma. You have to solve it, because the root of karma is desire. Okay, I repeat again. The root of this karma is desire. The root of the cycle of karma and reincarnation, that keep going, birth and death and suffering, and repeat the same suffering, pain, and repeat again the same pain. Some pain are deeper, some pain is less, but then you create a new karma. So it's so dramatic. This teaching is so to the core of the problem. And the root of it, hear me very well, please. The root of it is desire. And desire comes from ignorance, not knowing. Desire comes from ignorance. That's why we have to learn. We have to learn to get out of ignorance. We have to pray to have a vision, long-term vision. So we become mature. So we cannot, carry on. You cannot carry on. denying the responsibility of our action. We cannot carry on denying the responsibility of our action. So that's why the wise people will go to the root of the problem by turning into yoga and meditation. That is the way how to go to the root of our ignorance, by calming our thoughts and experiencing the connection to the self. Okay? So that's why we need to control ourselves by yoga, slow down the mind, slow down the the thoughts, doing right action, or keep ourselves very, very busy to do right action. So if you are able to do karma yoga, keep yourself very busy doing right action, you are lucky. Because if not, this mind would go and do wrong action. So the mind is crazy. If it doesn't do this, it does that. It does that. It's not engaged in right action. It would engage in some kind of wrong action. So the mind is by nature is active. The mind is active, and it's always prevent you from seeing the truth, and it it's very selfish. So they call 3 impurities. The impurity of selfishness, thinking only of yourself. The impurity of the mind is constantly restless and want to do things, and the impurity of the power of failing of the mind, not allowing you to see the self. So then you have to do the 4 path of yoga, do selfless action, at all costs, and control the mind and the emotions through bhakti yoga, the practice of bhakti yoga, giving all your emotion to the divine, and then and be devoted to other people as God around you as well. If you are selfish, you will not be able to, devote yourself to others. So you need to pray for opening of heart, so you can care for others. Others is not necessarily somebody that you choose. Others is just anybody that show up in your life, that you would have to accept, and work with and love. You see, and this is the ultimate, way how you're going to, work out your karma. That means you have to let go of your ego, and you have to serve, with all your heart, just about anybody that is present in front of you. So this is the best way how you work out your karma. Not just like when you go and you choose somebody that you like to hang out with, and that's it, and other people you don't care. This is the manifestation of your karma right and then and there. So the remedy is selfless service. Do selfless service, opening your heart and loving and care just about anybody, and devote yourself into, divine service, and control the mind by meditation, repeating mantra, doing yoga, all these things that you have learned, as well as doing self-inquiry about who am I, and what is the what is the veil over my eyes? What is my attachment? What's my identity? And then change what you need to change, and accept what you cannot change. So these are the 4 paths of yoga apply. Okay? And so I like to read for you something really interesting. It's from the book Swami Sivananda wrote on karma and reincarnation, and Swami Vishnudevanji reported in his book Karma and Reincarnation. So this is just not to scare you, but just to show you, the possible consequence of wrong action. Okay, so scare you a little bit so you don't do wrong action. But see, who insults another, break promises. If you promise, or you took vow and you break it, cause great disappointment to another, deprive one of his property, taking property of somebody, disgrace another in public, then what's a disease? Is a mental disease. You get mental agony and pain. Okay? So if you do this thing, you will get mental agony and pain. And you get mental agony and pain, and then you repeat the same action. Then you will not get out of it. Okay? You repeat the same action of insulting others, great disappointment to others, break promises, being selfish, and so on. Then the pain that comes to you is the result. So what you do to get out of this pain? You have to learn the cause of the pain. The cause of the mental pain that you have is certain selfishness, not caring of consequence, not caring for other people. Other people suffer, as far you don't suffer, and you find, but you cannot, because you will create the pain to other people. So now you have to suffer the pain yourself, and then you cannot really blame anybody. You yourself has created that pain to other people. So, and also if you do wrong action to animal, insects, plugs up or block up the hole of a rat or a snake, so they suffocate, catches fish, cause them to die by suffocation, or stifle the life of any creature, then you suffer from asthma, difficulty breathing, lung disease, bronchitis, severe bronchitis, and pneumonia. So you have problem of breathing because you have created problem of breathing other people. So if you poison somebody, then you suffer from scorpion sting and snake bite, and you suffer from poison. Okay, because the consequence of the karma is also some nature, is of the same nature of the action. Okay, so if you are a miser, that means you are very peculiar with money. You lend money so you can get high interest, so you can get more money, and then you ruin other people's life, or you put other people into starvation, and so then you suffer from consumption. You need to figure out consumption in Vietnamese. Phải. Táo bón à? No. Can you please check?
Tiêu dùng. Khó khăn trong việc tiêu dùng.
Nó là cái bệnh gì? Yeah, that means that you would, if you don't lend money, you are miser, you lend money, people high interest, then you would, in this life, you cannot stop spending. Yeah. You cannot stop spending. That means you keep spending, bệnh tiêu thụ. Yeah. You keep spending. If you indulge with prostitute, commits adultery, leads an impure life, then you get leprosy. Okay? If you are proud of your physical strength and misuse your power in oppressing and fighting with others, then you suffer from epilepsy. Epilepsy. Yeah? I just heard of a case, your case, epilepsy, person that cannot, that lose control of their action. So you have to tell that person, don't misuse your power, oppressing others or fighting with others. Okay? And then if the person who casts lustful looks on women, eye other people's property, whose heart burn at another well-being, jealousy, then gets permanent eye disease. I mean, you look at other people with envy, jealousy, then you suffer from eye disease, permanent. The person who sets fire to a house and cause other people's death, then get fatal hot boils. I mean, they'll be burned and they'll die from that. Okay? A person that poisons other with food that is old, and serve bad food to other people, and adding water to milk and sell it as high price, and so they get colic or gastritis. I mean, they get the stomach disease. Okay? Who is hypocritical, who under the guise of goodness and virtue continuously torment other with petty tyranny, constantly ill-treats, beats and deal harshly with children, then you get back itches and skin disease. Okay? So you don't want to have skin disease, then be nice to other people. Don't torment people that are little children or they are powerless people who indulge in gossip, who likes to hear abuse of others, who like to insult others or hear insulting of others, who hears obscene song, obscene movie and show, then you get ear sore, I mean eye problem, a painful humming sound in the ear. Okay, I mean there is a disease that you all the time hear sounds in the ear, suffer from ear inflammation. Okay? So lawyers and advocates who twist truth and falsehood in court cases. Okay? Sometimes people don't care about justice and truth, and they say completely wrong thing. You know that. Yeah. Then they get color blindness, squint eye, and cataract. born with deformed bodies, and afflicted with loss of memory. Okay? If you twist truth, and then you're born with a twisted body. Scientists who invent destructive fire bombs, drop them on innocent public, then get a multiplicity of dangerous, incurable disease, born as insects that will live in the hollow of trees, and then the trees are being cut down and burned into firewood, and you are being burned as insect in the trees. Cruel doctor who ill-treat patients and give worthless medicine, charging high rates, who inject water and charge high fees, then you are born with womb disease as a woman. Conception and deliveries will be complicated and having a lot of pain, mostly result in abortion. So that's the problem. People, sannyasi, who falsely pose to be Siddha and cheat other people that act like they are great yogis, they cheat other people, will be suddenly overcome by impotency in their prime of their youth, and will suffer terrible disappointment when you hoping to enjoy pleasure. The person who drink intoxicant and liquor, alcohol, and indulge in immoral acts will be born as a weakling, undeveloped, premature birth, and will suffer from neurasthenia and general debility, weakness. Who deprive dumb animals of their food and drink, beat innocent animals like cows, that will get Piora, I'm not sure this kind of disease, lose all their teeth and get ulcer in the throat. Who torture people in prison will be born crippled and paralytic, will suffer all the time from severe relapse and complication. Who burn sacred books and destroy spiritual literature will get a gastric ulcer and cancer. Who blaspheme the Supreme Lord, blaspheme and say wrongly about God, speak ill of saints and scriptures, will get cancer of the tongue and become dumb. A twice born who casts away his thread. Twice born is a Brahmin, high priest class, who does not follow the duty of his life. They become impotent and has fits of insanity. A capitalist who extracts forced labor from worker, suffer from asthma, great suffocation, tumor in the brain, with unbearable pain, and will also become subject to gout, rheumatism, lumbago, and hunchback. The sons who disobey their father, drag them to court, who get leukoderma and loss of vision, who deceive the masses through bogus concern. You are a politician, and then you deceive the people that listen to you, by distracting them from the real situation. A bogus concern is that distracting them, making them believe in something when it is not so important, so that they can have time to do some wrong thing. Then get chronic diarrhea, disease of the spleen, with anemia, malnutrition. Who sell stale vegetable and fruits, spoil wheat and rice for high price, making them appear as fresh, lose their hair, get leukoderma, some skin disease, caries teeth, and cataract. The profiteer and black marketeer get incurable obesity, elephantiasis, and tumor in the stomach. Backbiters, talebearers, treacherous people get boil on the head and shoulders, internal abscess, eczema on the back. Officers who oppress subordinates, clerk and extracting illegal work from them, finish fining them unnecessarily, get chronic oppressive headache, high blood pressure, acute giddiness. Okay, so just a little bit more so we'll finish. It's not comprehensive list, but it's a very clear list. Husbands who beat their wives and parents who beat their children without understanding get heart pains, chronic tooth pain, and nephritis, which I don't know what disease is that. Servants who pretend to work and thus ruin their masters get paralysis, trembling of the limbs, and palpitation. Brahmins who deceive people in holy places of pilgrimage as worshippers in renowned temples by demanding money, clothing and food, material in the name of God. This sometimes you go to temples and you receive this. People that push you in the corner of the temple and want money from you. Yeah. They get extreme bilious disease, some liver problem, vomiting, chronic diarrhea, and blindness. Parents who tyrannize and worry their children of a spiritual bent and force them to lead a worldly life get acute disease of the respiratory system and pneumonia and lung disease and so on. So that's it. So that's some of the list. And you can imagine there's a lot of diseases and the disease come from some karma. Okay? So this is a topic I think we have to do again and again because it's so important. So be good, do good. Follow Yama. Consumption là bệnh lao. Đúng rồi. That's more correct. Harini said the consumption earlier we said people that are not generous in terms of money and they have bệnh lao là gì? Đúng rồi. Yeah. So you are
tuberculosis.
Chronic cough. Okay. So very nice to see you all. Thank you very much for being here, for giving me the opportunity to use my organ of action of speech in a helpful manner. And I wish you well. Om Namah Shivaya. We're going to do little arati now. Om Trayambakam Jame Shugam Pushtivananam Urvao Kameva Bandanam Richo Mukshya Mamritam Om Trayambakam Jame Shugam Pushtivananam Urvao Kameva Bandanam Richo Mukshya Mamritam Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Shugam Pushtivananam Urvao Kameva Bandanam Richo Mukshya Mamritam Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Shugam Pushtivananam Urvao Kameva Bandanam Richo Mukshya Mamritam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The bell. Okay, please kindly stand up for arati, a short arati. Om natatra suyo atina chanda tarakam nemami yotu banti kuto mani Twameva mataman vati sarvam tasya basa sarvamidam vipati Om Gange Chayamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Namade Sindhu Kaveri Namastubhyam Namo Namah Twameva Mata Chapita Twameva Bandhu Shasaka Twameva Vidyam Dravinam Twameva Savam Mama Deva Devam Kayena Maja Manasendriyava Buddhyan Manava Prakrite Swabhava Karomi Yadya Sakaram Parasmai Narayanai Tisavam Payami Savam Namam Parijaja Mamikam Shanam Bhajam Aham Dvam Savavavejo Moksha Ishami Masusha Hare Om Tat Sat